Greetings everyone, welcome to my Sonic issue 177 review and the final part of the Eggman Empire arc. It's been a long day for our heroes. Their home was destroyed and most of them were captured to serve as energy for Eggman. Team Sega's rescue mission prevented that. Well, sort of. And thanks to Nicole's efforts, everyone's now safe in a new city made up of nanites. But Eggman will not be denied his victory. The issue begins with Nicole monologuing more or less what I just said. However, she does point out the presence of the criminals captured back in issue 173. Yeah, they were in Knothole's jail at the time of the attack, and egg-raped along with everyone else. Not to mention, Mogul and Nagas have gone through this song and dance before. Anyway, we don't want these minor headaches involved when a major one's approaching. So Nicole places them in a high-tech villain storage box until the right story comes along. The egg fleet arrives, but one of the benefits of a new high-tech city is it has a defense shield. Problem is, Nicole has to disable her holographic form for power purposes. Don't worry, Sally, Nicole will always be with you. Thanks to the shield, the citizens have a momentary respite. King Elias orders everyone to find their new homes and just be with your families. Oh, and he also orders Sonic to get medical attention. Okay, he got wailed on 2 issues ago, but he's the main hero of the franchise. Sega won't let anything bad happen to him. I meant in the comics at this point. Besides, there are a couple of medical issues that require more attention. First, there's Rotor and his back injury. Sonic apologizes for not being fast enough, but Rotor's content that saving Tails is worth the price. Besides, he's more worried about Charmy. After a thorough examination, it's determined that he suffered some sort of memory loss, possibly regressing back to being a child. Yeah, I'll talk about that in the comments. We get a brief break from all of this to get a glimpse at the next major story arc beginning in a few issues. Scourge informs Finitivis that the bubble-headed Dimitri has left, probably to warn others that Enerjack is coming back. Finitivis says it doesn't matter, nothing can stop his evil plan. Okay, back to New Mobiletropolis. Sally, Bunny, and Antoine are chilling out on a tree, reminiscing on old Mobiletropolis and Sally's time as a field team leader. In a nice bit of continuity, the comic points out that Bunny didn't join the Freedom Fighters until issue 3, so she wouldn't know about the original city pre-Robotnik. Another nod to that issue is the following. Remember when Bunny always wanted to be a hairdresser for Sally? Well, now's the time to keep that dream alive. I guess what happened in issue 4 didn't count. Snively is on one of the airships, which is suddenly attacked by Hope, Snively's half-sister as this issue implies. Sometimes it's step-siblings, other times it's half. It'll get sorted out eventually. For those who don't know, Hope lived in Knothole for a while until Snively convinced her to visit the various human cities around the world. In the same story, Snively was re-recruited by Eggman as preparation for Knothole's destruction. Well, Hope's returned just in time to encounter said destruction. Found out Snively's involved, and well, you can see right here. She cannot show her face to Sonic and his friends anymore. When one of the egg pawns asks if it can fire at her, Snively hesitates. Will he do it? Will he shoot down Hope? The answer is never shown. Inside the city, we have Tails' parents and uncle discuss another change they have in mind, but they'll have to wait. Eggman arrives in his super mech demanding that the heroes face him. Sonic appears, and Eggman points out that, again, this is an anti-Sonic mech, which means it's not calibrated for the likes of Knuckles, Amy, or the like. Sonic, if you please.
We'll show that creep the real superpower of teamwork!
And so, Sally orders a combination Freedom Fighter Chaotix assault, with the express purpose of whittling down the mech. Bunny does most of the damage with her arm cannon, and Amy breaks off the mech's legs. The final blow, of course, goes to Sonic. Sally orders Eggman away from the city, but there's still the matter of the egg fleet above. It fires on our heroes, only for Nicole to extend the city, not the shield, the city, to protect them. She really means it when she said she'll always be with them, right Sally? Nicole forces Eggman to retreat, and as he does so, he declares it's now total war. He did consider this a game beforehand, but when your opponents have resorted to better gear to beat you, it's understandable why he'd rage quit. Sonic comments on Sally having short hair again, and the issue ends with the group celebrating this victory. With the conclusion of this story arc, a major element of the status quo is forever changed. I consider the status quo in general Sonic and his friends versus Dr. Robotnik / Dr. Eggman and his empire, and it has taken many forms throughout the comic's run. In this case, it's a matter of escalation. Eggman had his egg fleet destroy Knothole. As a response, Nicole created a new home, one that could withstand the egg fleet's blast, and who knows what else Nicole is capable of now that she controls the Nanite City. Be glad that she's on the hero's side. Minor status quo changes also take place with some characters. Rotor's back injury is something he'll have to deal with for a long time. With Tails becoming more and more like his genius game counterpart, it feels like it's time for him to retire from the field. Granted, I wouldn't have tons of rock falling on him be the cause. At least he did it to save Tails' life. And things will get better for Rotor down the line. This brings us to Charmy. The reason he's now mentally a young child is, it was an attempt to bring his personality closer to his game counterpart, and ultimately failing. You see, when the Chaotix were reinvented into a trio of detectives starting with Sonic Heroes, Charmy was made into an annoying 6-year-old bee.
I was scared because somebody took me, but now I'm free! I'm a free bee! Free bee! Free bee! Whee!
A stark contrast to comic Charmy, who was a teen prince with a fiancée. Writer Ian Flynn tried to rectify this, with the mental thing being the result of the egg grapes, and it backfired. He even admitted as such. As a result, I will not make jabs at this version of Charmy. The guy's already lost his home, he's gone through enough. One character that gets a positive change is Sally. This goes back to the back to basics with regards to the freedom fighters that Ian had going on at the time. Sally, reflecting on the old times, makes her want to really get back to being the tactician and leader she once was, the haircut being symbolic of that choice. I'm going to go ahead and give this story an 8. It's a good conclusion to the arc, and our heroes deserve this victory, but there were one or two things that affected the pacing. Not the scenes inside the city, those were fine. I'm talking about stuff like the one-page teaser of Enerjak's return. I don't mind it in general, and it's probably there for a break, but the placement is a bit odd. If it were up to me, I'd have that scene after the end of the actual last page, as a way of saying, yes, our heroes have won against Eggman, but another threat is coming. And then there's the Snivelly Hope scene. I think the idea is, Snivelly has limits and is perhaps capable of love, but readers who have jumped on the book at this point were probably wondering, who's that girl, and why should I care? Well, that's what back issues and the internet are for. I did like how the mech was defeated, and how the issue hints at future events to come. Overall, this milestone story arc is one of the classics you should read over and over again. Watch your mouth, you fanged sniper.